Okay. As many of you that frequent the website and attend the online church services know, I have a bit of an issue with the government school system here in America, or in any country for that matter. And I'll explain why in a moment, or I'll give you some of the information that I have compiled online as my evidence regarding that. But first, I want to share with you this article right here. The headline reads, Non-Christians Given Special Consideration in Union Teacher Contract. And if you scroll down and you read this section right here, which is next to impossible to read unless you really zoom in on it, but you can make out what's being said here. But lo and behold, the guy that wrote the article shared it here. So I want to read this to you. It says, should there be two or more of these applicants with equal qualifications for the position, and one or more of these applicants with equal qualifications is a current employee, in other words, they're seeking someone to take on a position, a promotion, if you will. It says the current employee with the greatest seniority shall be assigned. Special consideration shall be given to women and or minority defined as Native American, Asian American, Latino, African American, and those of the non-Christian faith. So, there you have it. In other words, they're saying if you're a Christian, you're not even going to be considered for this job. And these are the schools that teach our children. And this is why I've been saying for so long that public school system in America is not a safe place for children. As a matter of fact, I have a page on the site called HomeSchool Spurs. It's in the warning section. You might want to take a look at this video when you get a chance here too. But on this page, I'm just going to hold down the mouse. Now, keep in mind, I don't go looking for these articles. These just happen across my desk when I'm doing my regular daily research for the articles I put on the main page. Every now and then, I'll get an article. And I've been doing this for years. But just to give you an idea how many articles there are that prove the American government school system is an extremely dangerous place for children, and it's mostly anti-Christian and pro-homosexual and everything else. I'm just going to hold down the mouse here on the scroll bar in the fast position. I'm not going to hold it down on the little, the little arrow there, because it'll take forever to get through this page. I'm going to hold it on the fast. I'm going to hold it, let it just scroll through on itself. Just give you an idea how many articles there are. And then when you get towards the bottom, you're going to see what I used to do years ago. I didn't comment on most. Well, I did put mini comments like tooltips in them. And you're going to see that coming up in a moment. And each one of these, when it starts coming up, give it a moment. There they are. Those are all articles in themselves, too. That's how I used to do it. And then I would just put a little tooltip in regards to something that was in the article about schools and how dangerous it is for children to be there. So, why is this happening in Michigan, though? The question's going to come up. Why Michigan? You recall this article? And these Christians won this lawsuit, by the way. They were literally stoned. Well, not with real stones, but they were, full water bottles, garbage, and whatever things that these Muslims can find in the garbage cans nearby. They were throwing at the Christians. The Christians only came up and asked questions. And the big banner says, if you have any questions about Islam, ask us. And they did. They came up to ask questions, and they started getting stoned, literally. And the cops stood by and watched, and it's all on video. And this is why the Christians won the lawsuit, because the cops just let the Muslims do it in Michigan. Again, why Michigan? Well, I guess the Muslims have decided that's going to be their home base in the U.S. I don't know. But notice this. This stoning of the Christians happened in Dearborn, Michigan. Where did this happen in regards to where they're now deciding to hire non-Christians for teachers? That's happening in Ferndale, Michigan. How far apart are these two? Well, there's Ferndale on Google Earth. Like if you zoom in, there's Ferndale right there. Ferndale, Michigan, right there. Let's type in Dearborn. Let's see how far away it is. Right next to it. Next town over. So it's no mistake that they're looking for non-Christian teachers or non-Christian employees in the public school system. Hope and pray you're blessed by this video. Please share it with as many as possible. I will be posting it on my HomeSchool Spurs page as well. But again, and I've said this 1,000 times if I said it once, schools are not a safe place for children. Thanks for watching. God bless.